Morning, folks. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School, and I'm down here at the Pathfinder Outdoor Classroom today in Southeast Ohio. I just got back from a really nice event called The Gather Thing in West Virginia this weekend. We had a great time with some great folks. I suggest you check that event out for 2026. It's called The Gather Thing in Hinton, West Virginia, right in the New River Gorge. Beautiful, beautiful area down there. So what I wanted to do today was I wanted to take a minute to just do a shout out video to some of the sponsors at the Pathfinder School. And some of these people have been sponsors for years and years and years. Some of them are recent or newer sponsors. And some of them are people I work with that have recently become sponsors as well of our school. And I think it's important to shout out small businesses and other businesses in video to let people know that the community is supporting community. And one of the things that we have going for us here at the Pathfinder School in Southeast Ohio is we have a lot of good sponsors that help us provide nice pieces of kit to people when they come to our school. So real quick, I'm going to go through it with you guys and introduce you to those companies. And if you don't know who they are, you can look them up on the internet. And they do have some great products, and we'll kind of talk about them one at a time as we go, all right? So probably the oldest sponsor we have here at the Pathfinder School is Rite in the Rain. And this is a small Rite in the Rain notebook. Rite in the Rain not only donates one of these notebooks for every single student at this school throughout the year, they also provide my instructors with larger notebooks, waterproof pads, waterproof pens, waterproof pencils, compartmentalized things to keep your notebooks in, all those types of things Rite in the Rain does for us. And they've been a sponsor of the school for about 12 years. And it's a very, very good relationship we have with them. They also provide us with blank sheets of grid paper by the ream so that we can use them in navigational classes for mapping and things like that. Rite in the Rain is a fantastic product. I do sell it on my website, but they are a sponsor of the school and they give us lots of things that we give away for free to the students when they come here, okay? Wazoo Survival. My buddy Dustin has been a sponsor of the school since he started coming here, and he's been to countless classes here at the school. He's a very big supporter of the school, and he recently sent me something that I want to show you, but one of the things that he's the main sponsor of at the school is that every instructor at the school that wears a black hat wears a Wazoo Survival cash hat. This is a brand new shipment he just sent me today. They do fade out over time. We wear them constantly. Every instructor kind of has a different set of caches that he puts in his hat. So I'm going to kind of show you mine today real quick in this video. But what I want to show you about these cache hats is, first of all, they're all the orange reflective cache hats that he sent this time so that they can be used for signaling or waypoint markers. And then they also have a special, you can't see that one very well, so I'll get one out of here that you can see. He sent me 3 different colors, and these are specifically logoed Pathfinder on the Wazoo hat for the Pathfinder School. And he sent them to me in tan, black, and orange. So those will be going to my instructors here at the school. And again, you know, Dustin has been a great sponsor of the school. If I need things for youth events, if I need things for giveaway at specialty events, hang-ins, things like that, he's the first guy to ship me whatever I need. He's a great, great guy, and Wazoo Survival is a great company. I don't sell too many of their things on my website, but I would encourage you to go check him out at wazoosurvival.com. He does have some amazing things in the EDC and EDS, as I call it, system that you can use. And the cache hat is one of my things that I wear almost every single day. So let's talk about that real quick. All right, so this is my Wazoo Survival cache hat. And I'll be switching all this stuff over to one of the new ones after this video is over. But it has pockets inside the hat so that you can carry things. We have a product that we made with Dustin in conjunction with Wazoo. That is a Velcro patch that holds our Pathfinder headlight that goes on the front of this on the morale patch panel. But we put a Pathfinder instructor patch or a Pathfinder school patch on ours here at the school while we're wearing them. Then on the inside, what I carry in mine on the daily, okay? I've got a couple makeshift fishing lures in here that were just stuck in here and left in here basically. But if I ever want to go fishing, I got a couple makeshift lures here to do it with, and they're just stuffed right in the top of this bill in this little cache area that has a Velcro panel and shuts them down. They stay in there really, really well. They've been in there now for, I don't know, at least a month since I made them, okay? The front panel pocket here contains a Fresnel lens, and it sits right behind that front panel patch panel right there. So I've always got a Fresnel lens in there for starting fire. On this side, I have a mini Bic lighter. Again, you can never have too many ways to start fire on you all the time. This gives me a way that if I have this hat on, I've got at least 2 ways to start fire. And this side, I've got a couple spools of fishing line, one a little heavier than the other. I've got one that is number 6 bank line and one that is 8-pound test line, and it's actually braided. And then in that same pocket, I have a small compass. This one actually has a Velcro tab on the back of it, so it would stick to the Velcro on this hat as well, okay? In case I want to stick it up there because I was using it, I didn't want to lose it, or I want to stick it on a pack or anything like that, it just sits on there and it works fine, okay? But it gives me just an extra little navigational piece in my hat all the time, and some fishing line, and I can use that also for repair or for fishing, either one. It will work for either one, so just a convenient way to carry it on a little winder like that. Again, this doesn't take up much room in the hat. You don't even notice that it's in there when you put it on your head. It's not bulky, it's not heavy. The bulkiest thing in there is that lighter, and I don't even feel it because it sits down here in the side right here, right by the sweatband right here. And so it's a great, great system. The orange on the inside and the reflective stripes, you now have a signaling device or a waypoint marker, okay? Great, great addition. This is one that has just a black Pathfinder logo on it right here. You can see it right there. But these are the hats that we wear every single day. Okay, moving on from Wazoo. They're a big part of the school, like Right in the Rain is. Been with me for a long, long time. So I wanted to give them a special little shout out and kind of show the contents of my cachet hat today. Brunton. Brunton sponsors this school with H3 style lensatic compasses for our navigational school. They also sponsor us with just about any type of compass that I need for teaching with students. We have at least 6 or 7 different Brunton compasses here that we use for teaching, so that we can show examples of all the different styles of compasses that Brunton makes. And then we can introduce those to the students during navigational exercises as well, or have a replacement compass for them if something happens, or they forget one, or they didn't bring one, or they lose it in the woods. We have something to replace it with, okay? And then Brunton will just send me another one. It's not a problem. Another very, very good sponsor of the school. I do work with Brunton. I am working with them on some development projects on some things, as well as selling their stuff on our website. But Brunton is a very, very good sponsor of the school. I suggest you check them out. U.S. made, right there in Riverton, Wyoming. Okay. MyTopo.com, again, long-term sponsor of the school, probably the second longest next to Right in the Rain. Every map that we use at this school is a MyTopo.com map. You can get on their website at MyTopo.com and make a map for any area you want to, in any scale you want to, with limitless information if you need it. Anything, any type of grid work that you need on there, from lat long to UTM, all that stuff, they'll put on the map for you. You can fully customize it. And they have a program that you can subscribe to that will make maps even better for you and more enhanced. And you can then download that file and print the maps yourself. But they also print maps there, and they print every map that we use at the school, no matter how big that map is. Smaller ones for the instructors, larger ones for the students. They print all of those maps, and we use them here at the school and have for years and years and years. And I've never had a problem with the MyTopo.com map. Badger Claw Leatherworks. John at Badger Claw and I have been friends for a long time. We sell a lot of his merchandise on our website. He recently approached me about becoming a sponsor of the school and asked me about something he could make that every student at a basic class would get. And this small orange pouch is just the right size to put what we call our goodie bag in that we give away at every basic class anyway. And it contains a Right in the Rain notebook. It contains a pencil. It contains a 5x5 pamphlet, 2 sticks of fat wood, a tin of mini Inferno, several stickers from the Pathfinder School and things like that, and Self-Reliance Outfitters. And they all go into this pouch now. Instead of a white mesh bag or white muslin bag, they're going to go in this orange panel bag now that's going to be a sponsorship from Badger Claw Leatherworks. And I think this is amazing because it also has tabs on it here so you can put a string on it, hang it in front of you if you wanted to be able to get to your nav kit. It's basically a panel that you could use to strap to a backpack or something like that, so someone could see you in the distance. If your backpack is camouflage or black or something like this, you could tie this right to the outside of your pack, and you'd have a visible panel as well. So this is a great addition to what we're doing here at the Pathfinder School, and I really appreciate that, John. Okay, Badger Claw Leatherworks. Check him out for sure. Shortlane Arms, shotgunadapters.com. You see me do lots and lots of videos on his stuff. The fact of the matter is, when we do specialty events, I have sponsors that kind of kick in for those special events, like we talked about with Wazoo, okay? He kicks in anytime I have a special event and helps me out as well. Shortlane Arms is one of those guys. If I have a 21st century long hunter class out here, and we're going to be reloading using shotguns, things like that, for our 21st century long hunter course, he's the first one to jump in line to throw me adapters and 209 shotgun primers and tins to hold primers and tools for cleaning shotguns and measuring gauges and all those kind of things that he makes. He helps sponsor the school. Now, of course, I've helped him develop a lot of things. We've worked on some projects together. We've sold his products in the past on our website, but he's a great sponsor of the school, and I would suggest you check him out at gunadapters.com, Shortlane Arms. Okay, Ray's a great, great guy. Tac Survival. Tac Survival is obviously Ty and Carly, and Ty is pretty much my right-hand man out here at the school, but he owns his own business called Tac Survival that does fabric work. They do mostly sewing and things like that. And one of the things that they sponsored us with this year was the 2025 advanced class got a small haversack that's just large enough to carry a few essential items, nothing too big, nothing too extravagant, almost the size of a shooting bag. And every participant in the advanced class that graduated the class got one of these advanced class 2025 Pathfinder logoed ripstop waxed canvas shooting bags this year, okay? Anytime I need something from them for a class or anything like that, they jump right on the bandwagon to give us whatever we need. They sponsored a youth event this year with small backpacks for every child that was in the youth camp. I don't have any of those left, or I would show you one. They were gorgeous, and she does sell them at events and things that we go to. I'm sure they'll have them at Overland East this year. When we get to Overland East, they had them hitting last weekend, and we'll have them at Georgia Bushcraft as well in November. Georgia Bushcraft, you can see Tac Survival, all the things that they make that we do not sell on our website, you can see at that event because they'll be with us, with Self-Reliance Outfitters at Georgia Bushcraft. And of course, Ty will be with me because he's, like I said, my right-hand man instructor out here at the Pathfinder School, takes care of all of the 52 or 53 instructor candidates that we have in the pipeline right now, as well as anyone coming in new that has questions. He takes care of all of that for me. So support his company, tacsurvival.com, okay? Morakniv, everybody knows who Mora knives are. That's a no-brainer. Mora has been a sponsor, and I've worked with Mora for over 10 years now. I've helped them with design. I've helped them with R&D. We've got a new project that's going to release at Georgia Bushcraft or just before, but we will have the model of the new Mora knife at Georgia Bushcraft exclusively in the U.S. at Georgia Bushcraft and on my website in late October, early November. Stay tuned for that. Teasers will be coming out on that probably September the 24th, I believe it is. Teasers will start to hit my website, my social media, things like that. But Morakniv has always sponsored us with anything we need for youth events, things like that. They've logoed knives for us for special events and sent them over here that we could give away to students and participants, and they've been a long-time supporter. Morakniv out of Sweden is a great, great company all the way around. And last but not least, Yuko. Yuko is a company out of Washington. They make candle lanterns, they make waterproof matches, they make lots and lots of things. They make some picnic wear and things like that, things that you can take with you, car camping, things that you can put in your backpack. Very, very good company. Long-standing relationship with them. Probably the third longest of all of them is Yuko. They provide matches for all of our youth classes. They provide me with anything that I need that Yuko makes, and they're also the U.S. distributor for Morakniv. So when I have to make arrangements with Mora Knife to get large inventory here for events and things like that, it's arranged through Yuko, and they take care of me with Mora Knives, and it works out really, really, really well. So I wanted to give a shout out to those companies today so that you can check them out. And again, the short list: Rite in the Rain, Wazoo Survival, Brunton Compass, MyTopo.com, Badger Claw Leatherworks, Shortlane Arms or gunadapters.com, Tac Survival, Morakniv or Mora Knives, and Yuko here in the U.S. All great companies, all fantastic sponsors of this school, and we really appreciate everything that you've done for us over the years and look forward to a great relationship going forward as well. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. I just wanted to get this one out there and shout out to all these great companies. Thanks, guys.